Welcome to Cut the Sith Comic Book Reviews. I am your host, Colin McSorley. This is a solo endeavor of mine, as I'm a huge comic book fanatic. I have a pull list at my local Newbury Comics. I get new comics from Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, various other publications, Boom Studios, every week. And I always read my comic books. And we've done a few comic books for the book club before. We did the Dr. Aphra audiobook, which is an adaptation of her point of view from the 2015 Darth Vader comic. And we've actually done the 2017 Charles Soule Darth Vader comic. And this book right here, the Star Wars comic that I'm about to review, is written by Charles Soule as well. And I thought, High Republic comes out January 6th, the first issue. Maybe I'll start doing the weekly comics. But in the same week, Star Wars number 10 comes out. And so I thought, why dive in right at Star Wars number 10 and with High Republic number 1? So I'm going to go back. I'm doing Star Wars right now, as you can see. I'm going to do the Vader run, the 2020 Vader run, the current ongoing Bounty Hunters book. And I'm going to eventually get to Aphra. I'm probably not going to get to Aphra till around March, because for Cut the Sith Reading Club, we're doing the Dr. Aphra 2016 book, that whole 40-issue run. And so I'm thinking, wait till that's done, and then I'll do each individual book from the 2021 run. But without further ado, you're here to hear about the Star Wars 2020 comic, issue number 1. This picks up right after the Battle of Hoth, right after the end of Empire Strikes Back, and it picks up right. I believe it looks like a dream sequence. First off, the issue is actually called Star Wars: The Destiny Path, Part 1. And yeah, it picks up right after Empire Strikes Back, right after the Battle of Hoth. Luke's on the Millennium Falcon, missing his arm. Looks like he just got the shit kicked out of him, because he did. His clothes are tattered, he's bruised, he got cuts on him, and he looks out of it, and seems like he's just daydreaming about the revelation that we get at the end of Empire Strikes Back, when Darth Vader tells him that I'm your father, that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father, and he's just sitting there. The man doesn't seem like he clearly is not coped with it yet. He is just sitting there out of it, as Chewie, Leia, Lando, even C-3PO all arguing aboard the Falcon. This is right after Lando turned them in to the Empire, betrayed them in Cloud City, turned them into Darth Vader, and they were able to capture Han Solo, put his ass in carbonite, and hand him off to Boba Fett. So they don't really trust Lando at this moment. They don't not really seeing eye to eye with him. Luke is actually, at this point, is just finding out what happened to Han. Luke wasn't aware that Han Solo got frozen and was handed over to Boba Fett. He finds that out in this issue from Leia. And we find out that Luke tried to communicate to Ben, aka Obi-Wan Kenobi, through the Force, and hasn't heard anything back from him. So Luke's going through a lot of shit right now. He just got his ass kicked. He got his arm chopped off. No, sorry, he got his hand chopped off. Lost his father's lightsaber. Find out that Darth Vader is his father. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, his little Force ghost, is just ignoring him at the moment. Just like no communication. And they are really kind of just, you see Empire Strikes Back, it ends on a down note. The movie ends with them just like Luke getting his hand cut off, and Han being turned into carbonite and just handed off. So it's just they're trying to go through this shit. They very clearly are at a loss. They need to find a way to. Then we get to the interior of the Tarkin's will. We get introduced to a new character, Commander Zara, as there is a space battle going on between the Rebellion and the Empire. One of the Rebels' X-Wings breaks through the blockade, and Commander Zara, showing off that she is a badass, takes manual control of one of the guns and blows the X-Wing out of the sky. Luckily for the Rebels, the Millennium Falcon shows up just in time, and Commander Zara orders for them to destroy the Falcon. And so a bunch of TIE fighters converge on the Falcon, and it looks like they're in trouble now, and you got Luke and the Falcon on one of the gunships. And you can see it's still going through his mind. You see the shot of his hand getting cut off, the shot of Obi-Wan saying that Darth Vader betrayed and murdered your father, and then you get the shot of Vader saying, I am your father, and Luke Skywalker just says to himself, lies. You get the Vader saying, it is your destiny, and then you see Luke with his eyes closed, using the Force, and all of the pilots in these TIE fighters lose control. And the Millennium Falcon's able to get away scot-free, and Commander Zara then reports back to Darth Vader, tells him how they were a partial success, and Vader points out to her that partial success does not exist, Commander Zara. You succeed or you do not. A little do or do not. There is no try coming from Vader. And then when he asks her why she let the rebel forces escape, she explains how the Millennium Falcon, which Leia Organa was aboard, arrived. They attempted to destroy it, but failed, and that's when Vader lets her know. She does not care that Commander Zara has a hatred for Leia, which is nice to know that she has a hatred for Leia. Wonder if they're gonna expound on that later. He tells her she can kill Leia, because pretty sure at this moment Vader knows Luke's his son, but I do not believe he knows. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know that Leia's his daughter, because he's just like, yo, kill Leia. That's fine. But there's another person aboard this ship that usually rides this ship. He needs to stay alive. If he dies, the consequences would be significant. So, let her know, don't you try and blow that Millennium Falcon up again, because you might blow up my friend. The rebels figure out that their codes are being broken, that the Empire had found a way to break their codes, so any messages that they send to other rebel cells, the Empire is going to be able to pinpoint both rebel cells instantly and just send all types of hell their way. Then we got Luke, again, still dealing with the trauma of the aftermath of his battle with Vader, finding out that Vader is his father, that both Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda both knew that Vader was his father and both lied to him about it, and now neither one of them will answer his calls whenever he reaches out to them through the Force, that he doesn't even know if he's worthy enough to be a Jedi anymore, because Yoda made it clear that he's not a Jedi yet, and he asks himself, if I'm not going to be a Jedi, what am I supposed to be? And the book ends right there, and I gotta say, I love these Star Wars comic books. I love Charles Soules, right? And I loved his it January? I think it might be January 5th. Yeah, the book comes out January 5th, and the comic comes out January 6th. Kevin Scott's writing the comic, but Charles Soule is writing Light of the Jedi, and that I'm excited for. Yeah, I was a big fan of his Vader book, and I'm a big fan of this Star Wars comic, and yeah, I'll be reviewing the other Star Wars comics, the Darth Vader ones, Bounty Hunters, more of those going up on the channel. I'm going to try and wrap them out a few each day to try and catch up, because I want to catch up to, because issue 10 of Star Wars comes out on the 6th, issue 9 of Darth Vader comes out on the 13th, and issue 8 of Bounty Hunters comes out on the 27th, all of January. So I'm hoping to catch up to all of those individual series with the individual reviews before those new issues come out. So hopefully that works out for me. Anyway, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, follow the Twitter, twitter.com/cutthesith, Instagram, instagram.com/cutthesith, join the Discord, all